Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's his next redonkulous move? Because this is redonkulous, and this is redonkulous. I mean, it makes ludicrous look sane. We're going to be talking about that and more in today's episode because, man, and how to trade this redonkulous market. And if you like that, please hit the like, hit the subscribe button because it's an exciting episode. You're not going to want to miss this, and you're not going to want to miss because I'm going to show you what my trade is and how I'm doing in a trade, what I'm going to do with that trade, and a few other things and how to trade it going forward. So it's a really exciting episode with lots of information. My name is Davinci Jeremy. I'm here joined with Inti Campos.
Good morning, people. How are you today?
You really like that intro, right?
Yeah, it makes me like it's insane. Oh my god.
So true, man. Come on, man. It is absolutely redonkulous, right? This market.
Yes, it is.
It's just.
Oh man.
It's just like I can't believe what it just did, right? Even though I traded it. I mean, we're gonna be talking about that and more, and of course, right? In this episode, of course, we're gonna be talking about the OCC, Greenlights. This is gonna be another redonkulous thing. I swear to God, OCC Greenlights accepting Tether and DAI for deposits.
Okay.
I want. That's like a what? I know.
Yeah, what is happening? We just started the year. Come on. Oh,
I
man.
know. It's like we're in the twilight zone, and that dates me, right? That dates me because
Man,
that show is like really old.
Somebody just said press the rocket ship button right now.
I would say I'm not Twilight Zone, but what's it called? The Black Mirror. When I heard that, I'm like, you're kidding, right? And then another thing we're gonna be talking about is, and I never believed that Bitcoin had a supply shortage problem. Never believed that, right? Because I believe that every Bitcoin has a price. But I'm going to show you that actually I was wrong, and Bitcoin supply is going to dry up, and they're not going to move. And how's that possible? As long as we have dollars in existence, those Bitcoins could never move. And we're going to talk about that and how you can profit from that, using that to actually to cash out of your Bitcoins without selling them. Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know where you're planning to tell us, but I'm pretty interested.
Yes, it's going to be exciting, man. It's going to be exciting, man. You know what? And also, another thing I got to show for people is like I've got a shocking chart, right? That will make you probably dump all your Bitcoin into Ethereum, right? As well. It's unbelievable. This chart. What I'm going to show you in Ethereum is going to like fry your brain. So this episode, it's got so much information and so much to it, man. I'm sure you're not going to want to miss a moment of it, right? So I'm looking forward to begin this show. So before I do, you've got a few words to say, don't you, Indy?
Yes, I do. As always, people, oh my god. As always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
Awesome. Alrighty. Okay, so let's head over to the charts. Right, I'm going to start with Bitcoin. Right, but before I do, I just want to say thank you for heading over to the Russian channel. Right, the Russian channel. It's got 47 subscribers and a few views on the video. So thank you very much. It's appreciated that you guys are sent some love over there. Right. Hopefully, I know he's a little behind. Hopefully, he'll get caught up on the videos and get yesterday's video out and get today's video out as well. Okay. Wow, Bitcoin, man. I mean, in our what's it called, Telegram group right here. I'm gonna bring that up first. I told you guys, man. You know what? If this thing breaks here, right? I'm buying. Right? It breaks this line. I'm buying. I'm gonna let it run. It shouldn't go higher. It shouldn't go that. It shouldn't do this. It shouldn't go to like a higher price. But you know what? Bitcoin has like, even though all the indicators have said we're going down, it always ignores it lately. So I'm just gonna go with the flow, and let the market do what the market tells me. And it's saying, hey, when everything points negative, that means you go positive and go long, right? And so that's what I did. And I'm looking at this as I bought long at this mark here, and I'm like, didn't even get any kind of suffering or pain, right? It didn't go down for even a little bit. It just kept going up and up and up and up. And look, it came back down to the resistance zone. And I told people that I told my subscribers, hey, you know what? If we break an all-time high, I'm just going to move to stop to break even. We didn't quite do it, so up here, and I create the stop to broke even at this point, but who cares? It was the same thing, and right now we were in a resistance zone, which is right here, as you can see. And whoops, let me just finish that box there. Okay, so it's let's just say right about here. Now it's a support. It was a resistance that turned support now, actually. Now we're in a support zone, and we bounced off of a support zone. And man, look at that. It's just like, wow. We should have been rolling over and dying, but nope. We're gonna go all the way to the target, and the target is, believe it or not, do you know? Do you want to know where the target is on this thing? Probably you were not gonna believe it, but it's right up here. Yeah, that's right. At $38,000. Just what the, what the? Doesn't make any sense, right? It's like when you look at this chart, when you look over here at the weekly, you're like, what? What? How's that possible, right? I mean, 38,000. That would mean look where the 13 AMA is, right? Usually the markets love to come back to 13 AMAs, right? That will put the 13 AMA approximately let's see here, about 12. That's 22,000. So you're talking not 18 but $16,000 away from the 13 EMA. Huh? What? What's going on, Inti? What do you say? What do you say, man?
Okay, so I get about the institutional investing. I get it about the billionaires and millionaires started to buy Bitcoin, retail getting excited. I completely get it. But how is this sustainable? How can price reach these levels and don't fall back down? Where's the skater at? The staircase.
Yeah, no, exactly. Markets usually take the staircase up and the elevators down, not an elevator up. Right? But this market has, you know what? Honestly, all I can say about this market is basically this, right? I'm going to have to bring up my favorite set of icon. What's it called? GIFs. That's all. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Right?
That's what you had to say.
That's it.
This is not any market. This is Bitcoin.
Exactly. That's all. I'm just gonna let it go. Just gonna let it go. Right? Accept what the market's doing, and just let it go. Right? And then, so how do we trade this? How do you get in on this action, right? You're like, okay, if you're accepting this, right? How do I trade this? Well, again, I've been showing everybody on the Crypto shows and on this channel here, right? The easiest way to trade this, if you want to trade this, is you're going to have to go down to the lower time frames. I know it sucks. I know it's not the greatest, right? It's really hard because they can manipulate you and screw you over. But lately, they just haven't been. So you just look for a W, you run the breakout. Look for a W, run the breakout, and that's it. and then you set the stops at the lowest point in the W. So for example, right here, I'm going to show you how to do it. Right, you're gonna have to wait until it settles down, and then look for a W, and then run that breakout. That's all you've got. There's not much. You can always go down to a lower time, even a minute time frame, but man, that's kind of scary. Right? Again, here's a W. Here's a structured W. It's not the greatest, right? But you know what? You got to take what the market's giving you at this point, and you run with it. You're chasing this market, so I would suggest maybe you wait. This thing could roll over and come back at you. I'm going to get rid of these other lines here because they're not helpful. Right there, and right there, and this one right there. So yeah, you can see there's not much. I wouldn't chase this up here, even though looks like we're going to create 3 musketeers and continue higher. So we have to wait and let this thing settle out before you could actually get into another trade, because this thing, you don't know if this thing's going to roll over and settle out here. So you want to be able to like wait for it to give you the signal, the W signals to get in. And that's the only time I could really advocate you can get in. And to keep in mind, it doesn't always work, right? Right here. We settled, we created W's, right? And you have to accept the losses, right? When it doesn't work, right? We broke out, and then no, it reversed on you, and you had to you had to eat the loss. So just keep that in mind. This is although it seems to be working most of the time, buying on W's here, right? It's not a guaranteed success buying the W's, and that's all we've got in this market at this point in time, is just to look for patterns and trade that, because Bitcoin has lost all insanity and is just made ludicrous look sane. All right, let's head over to Ethereum. And honestly, I was going to tell you, buy the breakout on this one, and look at that. It's already breaking out. This is actually a bearish pattern. Very bearish pattern. We should not be going higher from here. We should not. Absolutely not. There is no reason. If you look at this chart, there's no reason for that. That's just what's it called? Unnecessary roughness here. Plus, like, this is like, if we put in a Bollinger Band here, right? We can see, here. Let me just go over out here because we can see them clearer on this one, on this chart here. Let me just bring up the daily, right, and bring this down. All right. So I thought the Bollinger Bands were a lot more crazier than I thought. I thought they were all outside the Bollinger Bands, but I guess it was not. But still, we're like riding the Bollinger Bands higher. And if we go to a 3-day, I'm sure it looks absolutely insane. Yeah, I mean, look, we're outside the band, outside the band, outside the band, outside the band. It's like, really? We're going higher? You go to the weekly, right? And look at this weekly chart. I mean, the whole candle body is outside the band, right? Did come back in, but the whole candle body is going to be massively outside the band after this move. Oh, it's absolutely unprecedented, right? What do you think about that, Inti?
Where are you trying to look at the Ethereum chart or the Bitcoin chart?
Ethereum. Well, was that Ethereum?
That was Bitcoin.
Wrong chart. Oh shoot! I hit the wrong one. Sorry. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, so.
Thank you, Chad.
Let me just go to the. Thank you very much. Let me just switch that up to the daily here. Oops. Crap! I really messed up my charts here. But there it is. That's what I was expecting to see. If you see that, let me just clear this out here. As you can see, we're like 1, 2, 3 days outside the Bollinger Band. Like, I mean, not just outside of them, like completely outside. All 3 days. I mean, I would like to see a chart that did that. 1, 2, 3. That the whole candle bodies are outside the band. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't think I have. And maybe it has happened before. I'm gonna go start looking for it because that is just like, really, really, and you're gonna do it again today? Not only go do it again today. It seems like it's going to like explode a massive amount here. If we go down to the 15 minutes, right? You can see we've already taken off. We've already left the building, right? We've already Houston. We're go, right? We're go. That's it. And the target for this, if you're just watching right now live and you want to trade this and you like, okay, Davinci, I've already got the buy-in, right? Thank you. Where is the target? Well, it's real simple. The target is, let's see here. Let's bring this up here. Oops. You know what? I didn't set this straight, but you could say, I would say, the target for this. Hang on. Let me just move this. Hang on. I can't see the numbers because I have something blocking me. But it's around $1,400, an all-time high. 1,400. I think that's the all-time high, I believe. Let's head over to this chart here. And then bring up the weekly and zoom out. Hang on a second. I need to like correct this because I'm like not seeing here the numbers. Okay, there we go. So 14,000, yeah, close to the all-time high. That's the target. That's the target. I mean, wow. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum are a few fries short of a Happy Meal. Crazy. I mean, absolutely insane. Okay? And yet we're going higher. Clearly going. We're going there. It's actually doing this. And I'm quite shocked. Actually, I have to say I am quite shocked. Right? And you know what? And the thing is, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. It's not even resting for the real show. This is not the real show. This move is ludicrous enough, but that's not the real show. It's going like insane numbers here, right? And you can see that coming, right? Especially with the DeFi space where everybody's locking up their Ethereum. They're locking up for what's it called? The Ethereum 2.0. They're locking it up for to earn what's it called, Uniswaps or whatever, or all kinds of like food meme coins or whatever, and those coins are not being used for anything. And then here, let me show you another chart, which is going to make you go, oh my God, this is why we're seeing this. This is why we're seeing this. Why are we seeing Bitcoin like breaking through the bands and doing this nonsense and growing through, like just blowing up right here? Why do we see this? Right? And I'm going to show you why we're seeing this right now. Look at this chart. Look at this chart. This is how many searches on Buy Ethereum. We have broken out, or almost broken out to the all-time high of 2000 January of December. Or was it December? Oh yeah, December 2017. That was the all-time high for Ethereum's search term, Buy Ethereum. We're almost there. And we haven't even started. we haven't even started. This is this is this is the beginning of the race, not the end. Because to put it lightly, right? To make sure that you understand the gravity of the situation. Once we hit the all-time high, it's not over, right? It's not like, oh, okay, well, now we're going to back off. Well, we might back off a little bit. And if we do, right, we're probably going to create some sort of, cup and handle formation, right? And so if we create a cup and handle formation, right, from a backing off of the all-time high, and that's probably where you want to be buying. But don't be surprised if, right, we go beyond ludicrous into insanity, right? Right, into playing I don't know, what's beyond ludicrous. Inti, can you think of something that's beyond ludicrous? Because that's what would be happening if we go past the all-time highs and does not come back.
I don't know how to exaggerate it even more, to be honest.
Exactly. It's just going to be absolutely exaggerated. So if we do that, we're creating a cup and handle. You can see this is a very big, deep cup here, right? Very deep cup. And so what is the target for this cup? Can you figure what that target would be? Can you guess a number of what that would be, Inti?
Let's say 2,800.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much close to what I think I think you might be right on that one. Let's see here. Let's take a look. There you go. $2,800.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's why you might FOMO into Ethereum right now. Right? That's why. You might go, okay. And that's going to happen relatively fast. Probably faster than Bitcoin does its first double. Right? Think about that. This will do a triple before Bitcoin does a double. I want that to sink in for a minute. Yeah, I'm like,
you guys will have to excuse me. I'm going for my ledger right now.
Oh wow, just unbelievable. All right, well, if you want to join in the fun, right? You could always buy the DJ15 token, right, and watch this video live here. It's a lot. We're having lots of fun here. You don't want to miss out, especially live, right? A lot of people are commenting, a lot of people enjoying, and then you know what? There's lots of other bonus features in the live stream that you're not getting, and you're missing out. So make sure you come over, you spend $5 here, you buy the DJ15 token, you join us in the live stream, right? Every morning at 8:00, Chilean time. And yeah, you're not going to regret it. It's a small amount to pay to be a part of the group. Yeah. There's a little bit more work involved, right? You have to do sign a message, right? But hey, you know what? You get to learn how to do something really, really cool, and gain something really, really cool. All right. Well, I need to go. After that piece of information, I'm going to give you some more. That's going to shock you, right? When you read this, right? The OCC greenlights the use of stablecoins by federal banks. That effectively means that your bank will eventually be able to accept a stablecoin as a deposit. Yeah.
Hey, Davinci.
Yeah.
Does it mean Tether is going to get legalized?
It's legalized. Ethereum is going to get legalized. I mean, probably they're just going to state
Tether.
that it's the what?
Tether.
Tether might be legalized. Yeah, Tether might be a legal currency, right? That means that they're not going to bother with the CBDCs and just use Tether. Yeah, I know it's jaw dropping,
Yeah,
right? And this is the first sign of that, right? And they're
I feel
like, I'm like, how is this possible? How is this possible? Like, it doesn't make any sense, and it will make even less sense once we get into to the final piece of information that you guys you've been waiting here for, right? Before I do, I'm gonna calm things down, right? Because I know you guys are all excited and like your minds are just blown, just like mine are, right? And I don't want to make this thing too long, right? So, Chilean courts ordered two major banks, right, to keep open checking accounts of the crypto exchange Buda. Buda is the major exchange here in Chile and all of South America. And yeah, a lot of the banks went back in 2018. All the banks closed every single cryptocurrency exchange accounts in Chile, right? Stating that no, bitcoins and cryptocurrencies are illegal, right? Obviously, because it is going to destroy it's going to end the banks, right? So I'm like, this is why all this OCC allowing Tether and stuff like that to exist just doesn't register with me as something sensible, right? When that's actually against them, working against them. Actually, that works against them, so it doesn't make any sense. But it is. You have to think about, right, what these assets are, right? I mean, come on, how are you going to state that they're illegal, right? Because they're just a ledger. They're just a digital information on a ledger. That's it. How is that harmful to anybody? It's not. So you can't really convince a judge that this is harmful, right? And that's why these banks, it doesn't matter how much money you think that's involved, right? Unless you've got the judge in your pocket. And even then, right, it's hard for the judge to like rule that, hey, wait a second, these assets are bad because somebody's using drugs, but we could detect that. Right? Somebody on the other side could say, hey, well, you could track this stuff down, right? And the U.S. government has proven that. So what can you do? Well, how can you say, what argument can you make, right, that these assets are negative on society? There is none. There is none. And so that's why we're heading in this insane direction. All right, so I'm gonna also, one of the things I've never agreed with, right, is Bitcoin is headed for a supply shortage that will keep pushing up prices. I never really agreed with that statement. I always said that I agreed that it would push prices higher, but I just never agreed that a Bitcoin supply shock would ever be an issue, because you just need to move the price higher, right, to get the Bitcoins out. But with the ability to borrow against your Bitcoin, right, and you just do a search, borrow against your Bitcoin, and you get a whole list of places where you could actually give them your Bitcoins, so they still hold it as collateral for you and keep it for you, and you get cash. And you still have those Bitcoins. Those Bitcoins are still part of... And the beauty of it is when you get that cash, it's tax-free. There's zero taxes. Zero. Right? So you could effectively go and purchase something. But like, obviously, the smart thing for you to do is not to buy a Lamborghini. And obviously, it's not buying a Lamborghini. And to buy something that's going to earn you an income with the cash, so that you can pay off the debt note with for that money you borrowed, and that thus in effect, right, creating this shortage where those Bitcoins will never come out. Never. Why? Why would you do that? Because then they'll continue to go higher, right? and you could actually take more cash out. Think about that. Now, think about what that's going to have. Now, the people, the next level people who are now, you as a person, as an individual, right, probably won't get the best rate, right? You're not going to get the best rate, but you don't matter really in the scheme of things, when billions of dollars are being thrown at this point in time, right? Your few $100s of Bitcoin doesn't really matter, right? That's only for them to take from you, right? Those Bitcoins are theirs. Or basically, they look at those Bitcoins that you have in your pocket and you think, I'm never going to sell. Well, we'll figure out a way to get you to sell those, right? By raising the price. And that's not a problem for them, because they're never going to sell, because they have the ability to never sell, right? They can actually borrow against the Bitcoins and make the Bitcoins continue to go until the end of the US dollar. Think about that. That is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, mind-numbing. Right? Because they're going to be getting those Bitcoins from the rest of us, right? They sell them. And they're probably going to take them with their millions and billions and they're even trillions probably, and they're just going to, yeah. I got the Bitcoins here, and I'm not using them because I know that the price is going higher. And so I've got a company that's earning income, so I can borrow. If I need some money, I can borrow off these Bitcoins that I got put away here, and I could do my business. And then, as income comes in, I can pay off the loans, so it's not a problem. And then they can watch the Bitcoin rise, continue to rise. And probably even, like, as they earn more money, buy more Bitcoin. Wow. Isn't that something to think about, right? And I hope you guys, I hope everybody finds a way to do that, right? I know I will. I know that's going to be my plan, along with trying to convert it, switching in and out of different assets. But I think a portion of it will probably be going into, borrowing against it to purchase a productive asset, and keeping my Bitcoins and paying off the debt. And that's it. It's going to be glorious. The glorious future for all of us who own Bitcoin. I'm looking forward to this great future. I hope you are too. And if you are, right, make sure you hit the like, you hit the subscribe, right? Hey, you need to be a part of it, right? Buy Bitcoin and be a part of it. Thank you for watching. Cheers.
Bye.